Hello, I'm back. I'm walking here in the fog all by myself. I thought maybe I might see some animals I don't usually see, but nothing yet, just some birds. I took a picture of a tree I thought looked like a moose, and I started thinking that I have over 300 songs downloaded on Spotify, but I haven't listened to any yet. What I've been doing is kind of reviewing things in my mind. Like a couple days ago, I think I went over every job I ever had, how they ended up, and went off on a bunch of tangents. And think about the family. Now I was thinking about a poem that we had in high school. I think it was called Sea Devil or Devil Ray or something like that. Probably had it about my sophomore year, I'm not sure. But I just remember the one of the final quotes from it. This guy was fishing off a pier, and he had heavy line on it, probably a large fishing pole, and he latched into a devil ray or a huge manta ray, whatever. And he's fighting it on the pier, and eventually this animal pulls him over into the ocean, and he's about ready to be dragged out to sea. And he's fortunate enough, he's close enough to the pier that he grabs onto one of the piers there, one of the posts. But the post is covered with barnacles, and they really cut into his arms and whatever else he's grabbing on with. But his quote was, I felt the pain and I welcomed it. So from now on, my motto is going to be embrace the pain, embrace the struggle. Okay, box turtle out. Well, I've hiked about 3 miles in the fog, came down a big hill, and this looks like a real good spot to get some water. So I filled up my bag, and I'm going to hang it and let it filter through my new Sawyer filter. Let's see how that works. Let's see this tree here. It looks like maybe a hickory tree. Let's try this. It's working. Life is good. See you down the trail. Box turtle out. Well, I'm walking through a tunnel of rhododendrons. Still kind of foggy out. It's almost noon. And earlier in the morning, I took a picture of a tree that looked like a moose. And I've seen several more like that. Someone could take pictures of those and make a calendar, but I'm not going to. I've seen trees with a lot of smiley faces on them in Corey, Pennsylvania, but no mooses. Earlier today when I was getting water at that little waterfall there, the sound of that water reminded me that if I was back home, I'd be standing in the Maumee River fishing for walleye. But I'm on this adventure instead. Box turtle out. Well, I just stopped at Blue Mountain Shelter for a pit stop. That was 12.1 miles. I started at 8, got there, I don't know, about 2:30 or so, 2:15. So I was tired, but looking at the map and doing the math, I was hoping to meet up with my daughter on Saturday afternoon, so weather's good, so I'm gonna try to push on 5 more miles. Huh. I have to go down this mountain to a gap and up another mountain and down that mountain. So down, up, and down. 5 miles worth. So wish me luck. See you later. Okay, I'm gonna stay here tonight. I'm on top of Rocky Mountain. I went 15.9 miles today. I was gonna go down to the next gap, but I don't think there's very good camping there, and I'd be right next to the road. It's very quiet here, as you can see. Nobody's here. This will be my first night camping alone. So the first thing I do when I show up at camp is to put up my tent. And I make some food. So let's see how fast I can do it in. Got your clocks ready? Here we go, time me. Okay, how'd I do? Tonight, I'm gonna have the same supper that I had last night. It was so good. I'm gonna have this chicken and rice. I'm gonna wash it down with that Pepsi Cola I carried all the way from Neo Gap. And then I'm gonna have an Almond Joy for dessert. Afterwards, I'll probably go to bed early. But there's a couple stories I wanted to tell you about the first day at Springer Mountain. I don't know if I told them to you or not. And if I did, turn the station. Otherwise, I want to talk about the first night there. The Army was practicing shooting their cannons. And every once in a while they'd go off and you could hear them in the distance. I think it was just practice. I didn't see any explosions. But it reminded me of the Hunger Games. And I thought every time a cannon was shot, maybe one of the through hikers dropped out for whatever reason. And I kept looking up to the sky to see if I would see any images of anyone I met along the trail. But I didn't. But back to reality. Here's the second thing I want to talk about. This tag here. Every year, through hikers get these tags. And this year, they're red. Everybody's proud of these. But on the back is the number. I'm starting from Georgia, heading north. I'm number 1898. And the significance of that is, that was the year my grandfather was born, my father's father, Joseph Augustine. And I believe my mother's mother was also born that year. Henrietta Velker Henry. I did those last 2 miles for them. I think I'll go to bed early tonight. Good night.